Hey y'all, this is Chef T back again with another recipe. Y'all, it's peach cobbler cheesecake. Let's get into this. Okay, y'all, so right here I got my cooking spray. Make sure you spray your pan lightly. In my case, I sprayed my pan heavily because I did not want my cheesecake to stick. It's a bad feeling. But spray, spray, spray all the way around to cover all the corners in the bottom. Alright guys, so now we're working on our graham cracker crust. So we got 2.5 cups of graham crackers. I use honey flavor because they're just amazing. And I got a 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 7 tablespoons of melted butter. We're going to add that butter into those crushed graham crackers so that way it can form into a crust. That way we can put it into our cheesecake to form our base. When you bake your graham cracker crust, bake it for 5 minutes at 325 or until it's brown. Alright guys, so now it's time to form our crust. This is the best part of a cheesecake, really. The crunch is it's amazing. You can't explain it. So now we're going to make sure that we cover the bottom of our pan completely because we don't want any of our cheesecake mixture to leak out. That would be a huge mess. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so while you're forming your crust, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and preheat your oven to 325. That way it'll be set and ready to go when you put your filling into your cheesecake. Alright y'all, so y'all see me pressing this down firmly. That way this will turn into a even surface because like I said, no cracks, no crevices because that cheesecake will leak out. Alright guys, so now we're on to our cheesecake filling, and this consists of 3 8-ounce cream cheese. Make sure that they are softened. I mean like soft because you want this to be as soft as possible when it comes down to mixing it. You're also going to add in 1 cup of room temp sour cream. This is going to add to that flavor as well as that texture. You want it to be very smooth. You're mixing this on high speed because you want this to get incorporated very well. You're also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, but you can add as much as you like, girl. Nobody is judging you. Trust me, I add 4. You're also going to add the 3 large eggs plus the 2 egg yolks, and they are at room temp as well. This is going to add to hold your ingredients together as a binder. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This is also going to help to thicken your cheesecake up just a little bit so that it can hold its form. And then towards the very end, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. This is going to add an additional level of creaminess to your cheesecake. Right now what I'm doing, you see I am mixing it on high speed, making sure everything is blended in very well. Also, just a reminder, just to be sure to scrape down the sides of your bowl while you're mixing, because you don't want to have any lumps in there. Just a tip. Alright guys, so this is where I'm adding in my 1 cup and 1/4 of granulated sugar. I forgot to disclose that in the first part where I was just talking about other ingredients. but you do add this into your cheesecake mixture. You're also going to add in, like I said before, the vanilla. You can do 4 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons, however much you like. You're also going to add in your eggs one at a time to make sure that they get evenly incorporated. And you're also going to add right behind that the 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And at the very end, you're going to add your half cup of heavy cream, stirring it in just slowly because you don't want to add too much air into your cheesecake batter because you don't want it to over rise in the oven and that could leak over, and you don't want that. Alright, y'all, now it's time to pour our cheesecake filling. Look at that. It's so smooth and creamy. Wow. You're going to want to make sure that it covers the cheesecake crust on the top. So you're going to smooth it out once you're done, just to prevent any air bubbles and any potential cracks. And just how I was talking about before, how important it is to scrape the side of your bowl. You see that on my spoon? You don't want that in your cheesecake. So make sure if you have any, please take them out because it's not going to cook evenly. When you cook your cheesecake, place it in the oven for 1 hour, 15 minutes, and then turn the oven off and leave the door shut for 45 minutes. Okay, so now what you see me doing is laying out several sheets of aluminum foil. This is important because we're going to wrap the bottom of our springform pan so that way no water gets into the bottom because nobody likes a soggy crust. It's disgusting. Alright guys, so next we're going to get a double boiler and we're going to fill that up halfway with water at the cheesecake pan, and this is going to help to prevent any cracks and have a smooth layer on top of your cheesecake. When your 45 minutes is up, when you take the cheesecake out of the oven, sit it on the countertop for 15 minutes, still inside of the double broiler just to continue cooking. After that, then you're going to refrigerate it for up to 8 hours to make sure that your cheesecake is set. Alright y'all, so please excuse my shirt. Baking is very messy, but this is gonna be so good when you make it at home. So now I have my 2 cans of sliced peaches. I'm adding in my 1 cup of brown sugar. I'm also going to add in some cinnamon a little bit later. I'm also going to add in some vanilla to your taste. I love a lot of vanilla in mine personally. It's something about it. It's just so good. Also, you're going to add a little bit of salt just to balance out that sweetness to saltiness ratio. You're going to also add in 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. Then you're going to add in 4 tablespoons of butter, and this is just an unsalted butter as well. This is just going to add that creaminess to it. You're going to cook this for at least 20 minutes on medium high and let it simmer up until it becomes a little bit translucent. You want those peaches to soak up all that goodness. And also guys, I made little dumplings to go inside of my peach cobbler filling. You're going to put those in raw. It was nothing but just water, flour, butter, sugar, salt, and a little bit of vanilla. But they are so amazing. I'll add a link as well. With the dumplings, you're going to cook them at least 15 to 20 minutes on medium high to let them cook thoroughly all the way through. And this is the finished product with your cheesecake. Smooth and pretty. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's amazing. Just mouth watering.